Define aquaculture. Aquaculture, also known as aquafarming, is a controlled cultivation of aquatic organisms such as fish, crustaceans, mollusks, algae, and other organisms of value such as aquatic plants. Number 2. Compare farming in the water to farming the land. Aquaculture is farming in the water in aquatic equivalent of aquaculture or farming on land. Defined broadly, aquaculture includes farming both animals and plants. Similarly, aquaculture covers the farming of both animals and plants. While aquaculture is a predominantly based on use of freshwater, aquaculture occurs in both inland and coastal area. Number 3. Explain the difference between phytoplankton and zooplankton. Phytoplankton are tiny drifting plants and photosynthesize their own foods. Green algae that you see on the surface of body of water are a good example. Phytoplankton produces oxygen for our atmosphere. Zooplankton are tiny, dirty animals that eat plants and animals and decaying matter for their food. The, the, the giant woolly filter out for seawater are the good example. Zooplankton have species that have large biomass and any species of earth. Number 4. Explain the difference between mollusks and crustaceans. The crustaceans are insects that have segmented bodies. On the other hand, mollusks have soft bodies which are unsegmented. Therefore, this is the difference between crustaceans and mollusks. Crustaceans have a chitinous skeletons, whereas some mollusks have calcareous skulls. Number 5. Use specific plants and animals describe the culture system. Aquaculture system is a form of species is growth for the same time and place in imitation of the diversity for cultural ecosystem. Pisciculture is the opposite for monoculture, in which only number of one plants or animals species are cultivated together. Number 6. In what way do aquatic animals have energy compared to terrestrial animals? First, growth, short food chain, efficient conversion of food, ready acceptance of compounded feeds, good table quality, disease resistance, easy of breeding in captivity, early mutations, high fidelity, and tolerance to a with large of environmental parameters, etc. Number 7. Identify 6 factors to consider in selecting a species for possible aquaculture site of local desirable characteristics of aquaculture organism, fast growth, food chain, and efficient conversion of food ready substance of combined feeds, good table quality, disease resistance, easy to breeding and capacity, easy communication, high fidelity, tolerance to a with large and environmental parameters, etc. Commonly cultural organisms, fish, translation, and other cultural organisms, seaweed, frog, crocodiles, and turtles. Number 8. Number 8. Give an example of how meteorology can be described culture, metro, and aquaculture choices. Number 9. Brief describe how gills work. Gills are branches organs located on the side of fish head that have many small blood vessels called capillaries. As the fish opens its mouth, water runs over the gills, and blood is the capillaries pick up oxygen that dissolves in the water. Number 10. Define marketing and describe a marketing plans. A marketing plan is the advertising strength that the business will be implement to sell its product or service. The marketing plan will be help determine who to target market is, how best to each them, at what price point a product or service should be sold, and how the company will measure its effect. Number 11. Based on the State of World Fishery and Aquaculture 2022 and Philippine Fishery Profile 2020. Number 12. Explain the current of blue revelation. Cite some example of your true about it. The term blue revelation refers to the remarkable image for aquaculture as an important and highly reproductive aquaculture activity. It has a venue to achieve economic prosperity of the country and the fisheries in the fish farmer, as well as contribute toward food and nutritional security through full potential utilization of water resources for fisheries development in the sustainable manner, keeping in the view the biosecurity and economic environmental countries. Number 13. Explain the difference between intensive, semi-intensive, and intensive culture system. Intensive Intensive system use low stocking densities and the supplemental feeding through fertilization may be done to stimulate the growth and production of natural food in the water. Semi-intensive farming system account for about 70% of fish and crustaceans aquaculture production in the tropics. Employs semi-intensive breeding method ranging from the use of low-cost pond fermentation, each consequence to high-cost complete dead feeding strategies. Intensive culture used very high densities of culture organism and is totally dependent on artificial fermented feeds. Both systems use small pond compartments for up to one head size for ease of management. Number 14. Example of difference between statistic open semi-closed and resist culturing closed system. Make a SWOT analysis about each topic. Number 15. Explain the requirements for a sustainable aquaculture species. Species that school and swim near for surface and edge are ideal, as are species that can be readily trained to feed at a particular area. Species that are very highly or creative are usually less suitable for aquaculture. Number 16. Explain the critical consideration in terms of site selection and development of the fish pond. Availability of stock, keeping broad stock adult, which provides a source of substrate, buying fertilizers and removing for the wild and bringing them to the aquaculture. Availability of clean water, reduce mortality rates cause of disease and accumulated toxins, keeping water clean. Not a problem in cage, but a problem in the intensive farming where the tank rate connected to natural water source in the filtration system in the needed to remove waste. Number 7. Number, Number 17. Explain the different aquaculture systems and what analysis of all the aquaculture system. The different aquaculture system is the water-based system, cage and pens, inshore, offshore, land-based system, rain-fed ponds, irrigate or flow-through system, tanks and raceways, recycling system, high controlled enclosed system, rich open pond-based recirculation. Number 18. Explain how a recirculation system works. What are the critical things to do considered by maintenance? From the outlet of the fish tank, water flows to a mechanical filter and further on the biological filter before it's iterated and separated of carbon dioxide and treated into the fish tank.